If you're selling a home in Brevard County and your agent hasn't shown you a seller's net sheet yet, stop, because there is one line item that surprises sellers more than almost anything else at the closing table. And by the time you find out, it's too late to negotiate. We're talking about title insurance, who pays it, how much it costs, and why the answer in Brevard County is different than what you would read in a generic Florida real estate article. I'm Carrie Leota, a Space Coast realtor and a waterfront specialist. I tell every seller I work with the same thing. I'd rather slow this deal down than let you walk into surprises. That starts with knowing your real number before you ever accept an offer. Let's get into it. Here's the short answer in Brevard County: Merritt Island, Cocoa Beach, Melbourne, Viera. The seller customarily pays the owner's title insurance policy. That sometimes surprises people, and here's why it matters. Florida is not a uniform practice state. In some counties, the buyer pays. In others, the seller pays. If your agent gives you the wrong county's answer, your net sheet is wrong from day one. If you're preparing to buy or sell on the Space Coast and you want real answers before you're under contract, I run a private Facebook group called Moving to Brevard County, Florida. Scan that QR code on the screen right now to join. Okay, so let's get back to the numbers. Florida is one of the few states where title insurance premiums are regulated. Every licensed title company charges the same rate, so you can calculate this accurately well before closing. It should never be a surprise on your closing disclosure. Here's what that looks like in real numbers. On a $500,000 home, the owner's policy runs roughly $2,600. On a $1 million home, around $4,500. On a $750,000 Merritt Island canal home, a realistic price point in this market. Your title obligation as a seller is roughly $3,700 to $3,900. That number belongs on your net sheet from day one, not discovered at closing. And that's before documentary stamp tax, which is separate seller's cost. 70 cents per $100 of the sale price. On a $750,000 sale, that's another $5,200. Together, those line items are nearly $9,000 coming off your proceeds. Know that before you price your home. Now, for waterfront sellers specifically, title insurance isn't just a closing formality. There are title complications on Space Coast waterfront properties that general agents routinely miss. First, submerged land issues. If a dock extends over state-owned submerged land and the proper lease wasn't obtained or work was done without permits, that defect runs with the title. Your buyer's title search should catch it, but only if the title company knows to look for it. Second, unpermitted seawall or dock work. This may not surface until a code enforcement lien is filed. If you're a waterfront seller, pull your permit history with Brevard County Building before you list. Surprises at closing delay transactions and cost money. Third, HOA estoppel letters. Florida law requires HOAs to respond within a set window, but delays happen and they can hold up your closing date. Build that timeline in early. Here's what a complete seller's net sheet looks like on a $750,000 Merritt Island canal home. Sale price is $750,000. Real estate commission as negotiated. Owner's title insurance, roughly $3,900. Documentary stamp tax, $5,200. Title search and settlement fees, $1,200. HOA estoppel if applicable. Property tax proration. Mortgage payoff. And then that's your real number, not the sale price, the net. And every one of those line items should be in front of you before you accept an offer, not after. I build this for every seller before we list, because an informed seller negotiates from strength. If you're preparing to sell on the Space Coast, whether it's a waterfront home, a condo, or a single family property, you deserve to know your actual number. You deserve to know your actual number before that offer comes in. That's what I do. Informed, never surprised, fully prepared. All right, join the Facebook group, Moving to Brevard County, Florida. The QR code is on the screen now. Drop the questions in the comments. I read everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.